to make. And to the conversation, people want to hear your voice, and it is still worth making that video. Now, there's going to be a lot more YouTube strategy coming up in our YouTube 1K challenge, which is a free event that we are hosting. And this is a 5-day YouTube challenge on how to get to your first 1,000 subscribers and make your first $1,000 on YouTube. So you can click the link down in the description if you guys want to check that out and join us at the challenge. But let's get into some of the other advice from these YouTubers.
When I first met you, I had just gone full-time as a creator, and you were so great. You gave me this worldview, this perspective of don't think algorithm, think audience.
In my role, I've always gotten a lot of questions about the algorithm. It's like, what time should I...
How would you get started in this new year?
Yeah, so I wrote down 5 things when I thought about this question. And the first one is courage. You have to start messy. And I think about this, I have some tactics as we get into it, but now that I've had the chance to coach so many different people that have started YouTube channels and grow their YouTube channels, I've realized that really the first thing that holds us back is ourself and our fears and our mindsets. We feel like we're not ready. We feel like, man, is anybody going to care? We feel like, am I going to be judged? Is there going to be negative comments? And these are all legitimate mindsets, but you're not going to get results if you don't start. You're never going to know if you don't start. Everything that you want in life is outside of your comfort zone. So I do want to lay a foundation that you got to start before you're ready. You got to start messy. You probably have a million questions. Even if you've already been subscribed to the Think Media podcast or other channel for a while, you still probably are like, but what about this? But what about that? You have to just start. And my second tip is clarity, and we can hit that one in a second. But the reason that I say start messy is there's really 2 kinds of people. Maybe you're already a professional, a business owner. So you're already know you're in real estate, you already are in carpentry, and like you're going to start a DIY channel helping people fix stuff around the home. You know that you're going to start a real estate channel to get leads, clients, and sales in your local community. You know you're a musician that uses Ableton, so you want to start doing music tutorials. Like, you already have clarity.
You're going to run into, what can they avoid? What kind of mistakes are people making that either make them quit YouTube and like they just give up on it, or maybe they're making some mistakes so they're not getting views anymore?
Yeah.
What would be one of those that you think a lot of people make?
It's funny because those kind of feed into each other. I find that a lot of people give up too soon because they're not getting enough views. So they get discouraged. I've had videos that 240 days after they've been released start taking off. To almost a year. So like
viral taking off.
Yeah, and you literally could be a year away from that video that you just made before you quit, or right before you quit, taking off because you just stopped uploading.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think a mistake people get is they get bored. They're like, man, this is boring. Yeah. Well, it might be very boring because it's time for you to start working with other people. I know it is a lonely journey if you are just like grinding and doing it all by yourself, but even if you found like a collective, or you started masterminding with a few friends, or maybe you started one, you're like, hey, every Monday we're gonna meet on Zoom, and just like you kind of did this, right? With so if it was just you and you were just cranking it out, I would imagine you'd get really discouraged. But now you have guys being like, dude, try this thing, like let's do that. So I think find a community, and I do love that about VRA, is that there's a community of people constantly. It's every day. It's 24/7 of people checking in on each other, testing video ideas and things like that. Don't allow yourself to live in discouragement. It's okay to get discouraged, but don't live in that, because then it's going to cause you to quit. And by you quitting, there's that ripple effect of what could have been or what should have been. The goal was to just stay on the journey.
Yep.
So don't allow discouragement to cause you to quit.
I love that. Our video editor for Think Media, Nate, he's over here.
Hey, Nate Dog.
He has a similar story with his channel, and so Nathan's dogs.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
His channel is called Nate's Film Tutorials, and your video that took off, initially the directors wanted, didn't take off right away. And I think he was even, probably a little bit discouraged because he posted this video and I was like, dude, this video's fire. Like, this is going to get a ton of views and all this stuff. And it like just tanked. And it was also at a point for him where he was a slight pivot from like videography to filmmaking. And I was like, but bro, like just commit to the filmmaking, like commit to the pivot. And is this right here? So Okay, so check this out, dude.
Dang, 100.
100 days in, it ends up getting 6,000 views. And how many subscribers? You had like 20,000 subscribers at the point. So that's not a lot of views for him. But after 100 days, it jumps up and it just keeps skyrocketing. And now it's at 283,000 views.
Wow.
So just similar to you, right?
Right.
It just like found the audience, and here you can take this back, Nate.
And this is actually a thing that is happening on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, it's when you're just posting consistently, and one video goes nuts.
Mhm.
What do people do after that one video goes nuts? And what does YouTube do? Number one, people start checking out the order of their videos.
Yep.
YouTube starts serving your next uploads, your older uploads, and then it starts to like fill in your channel, if you hypothetically, or you know, like an illustration is like an empty cup. Let's say you're empty and you have this one go viral, and now they're spilling over into other stuff. So now, even for me, older podcasts I uploaded 2 months ago, they're starting to take.
It might be better to like, you know, upload half or a third or even like a fifth of the videos, but make the videos you upload so freaking good that like the algorithm has to promote it, and that, you know, it has to find audiences for it, because it's such an interesting and good video. When you like set a consistent schedule and you're constantly having to upload videos that aren't as good as you'd like because you got to hit, oh, this Monday I said I'd upload every Monday, you know, like that's a dangerous trap, because then, you know, the viewers notice that the quality isn't as good and it makes them less likely to watch, and I think it hurts your longevity.
If you want more tips and advice for growing your YouTube channel, then you're going to want to watch this next video. I hope you guys enjoy.